the ground. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Now he's flushed out left.
A full left side taken in by Komet.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd down, it's Henry looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them, and when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult, but this is a good team. So I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about...
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CBD.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is...
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On third down, Wilson. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, 54. Go here.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Got a man, Slayton. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
59. We got three, fellas, we got three.
Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
280. Zero. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Hey, 50. Let's get off the field. Hatch it.
On first down at Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A huge play there for Chicago.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Stafford. That's complete to Slayton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Hey, let's go. Watch run. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Barkley.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39.
And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. 32. Hey, give me radar.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
51's the mic. I'm here all day.
Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Man open is Robinson. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. A first down carry for Barkley.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown Bears! Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes.
And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half.
Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Flushed out right. Looking deep for Julio. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He's got a first down past the 30, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense now can make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He completes it to Julio Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. To throw again on second down. Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Wilson. Caught by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a throw here, hauled in. A gain of 6 there on first.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks him. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Catch made by Slayton. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Stafford. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a give to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On second and very short, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. On second and 12, Stafford completes a Mooney on the slant. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Throwing is Stafford. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down again. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a third and goal.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Play action. Stafford. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet from 17 yards out. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now Wilson on first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On third down, Wilson. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, here's Barkley. And he spins away. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Stafford.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Bears on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, here's Stafford. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. On 1st down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Throwing again here, Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. Deep ball for Goodwin. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Stafford going to throw it. Man open is Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the point after try for Santos. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points